We are Retired to Ride. Join us on another adventure. We're riding from our home in the south of Spain all the way to Denmark. Currently, we're halfway up Spain in Teruel, heading northeast. If you come this way and you pass the Phallic Rock, then you know you're on the right road. The road we're heading for today is the A226 that will take us all the way to Olocau del Rey via Fortanetti and Alipuz. Our final destination today, this Olocau del Rey, is a medieval village set high up in the mountains. Strangely, this uphill section has got traffic cones laid out on the right-hand side all the way up the hill. When we get to the top, there doesn't seem to be any reason why they're there, but I'm guessing they were white line painting not so long ago.
Fill the tank with 98. Pay the man the going rate. Sun is blinking at the cloudy blue. Time to ride for me and you. We can ride to anywhere. Won't take long, and we'll be there.
In the last episode this morning, we rode from Cofrentes to Teruel, and I think that illustrated some of the scenic wonderland that's available to anybody in Spain. And hopefully today, this afternoon, going to see some more. And it's two old people on a motorbike. It should be interesting. And a big thank you to Brenda the honey badger on the back of the bike for her camera work today.
Promises all riding high and riding tall. We can ride to anywhere. Won't take long, and we'll be there.
As usual, we're just going to chillax into the ride and enjoy the scenery.
Open empty highways, fill our way, making the most of our riding day, stopping only when we need. All praise to the God of speed. We can ride to anywhere. Won't take long, and we'll be there.
As you can see, a lot of this road, the 226, has been resurfaced recently and it's in very good condition. And as usual on these roads, there's hardly any traffic in sight.
Forest fringe the sweeping bends. It's nature's trail that never ends. Warm sunset glow fills our eyes with the changing color of the skies. We can ride to anywhere. Won't take long, and we'll be there. We can ride to anywhere. Won't take long, and we'll be there. We can ride to anywhere. To anywhere. Won't take long, and we'll be there. Be there. We can ride to anywhere. Won't take long, and we'll be there.
Passing through one of the beautiful little mountain villages now, and it's worthy of note that it's siesta time, so the town will be almost literally deserted, except for two old people on a motorbike. This V-twin 700 Honda, riding at a moderate pace, is a pretty good bike to do distance on. I suppose we've got another hour and a half or so to go. We should arrive in Olocau del Rey sometime late in the afternoon or the early evening. But the scenery along the way is worth the ride. For several months before the tour, we start planning the routes that we want to take, including this one. And generally, we're looking for good riding roads, lots of scenery, and something interesting at the end of each day. But we do avoid your mass tourist spots and major cities where possible. Unless, of course, there is something really interesting to see. But by and large, we avoid those heavily infested tourist spots. This road, the A226, is certainly meeting our expectations. It's fabulous, isn't it? Hardly anybody on it. coming into this little town or village now. It's very pretty. But for us, it's time for a rehydration break. We've been on the road for a few hours. It's 32 degrees and it's time for something to drink. We find a very friendly local cafe bar and just chillax. And we take in quite a lot of water and some zero beers. And as usual, when you stop in these weird little places, you want to know where you are. And this is where we are. So after about half an hour, we're off. We'll be passing in a few minutes Canta Vieja, which is a village famous for sitting dramatically on top of a rocky plateau. And it looks like a village perched on a mountain summit.
Leave the world a long way behind. Only if you can change your mind. Make that stress take a rest and ride with me. Pack a little and bring your jeans. Make the most of all the scenes. Give the juice a loving boost and ride with me. Wheels turn into an older time. Clocks go backwards now, that's a sign. Make this the date before it's too late, and ride with me. The air is better when it's flowing. Money always waits for what you owe. Let it go now. I think you know how. And ride with me. You can ride with me. So leave that old world behind for a feeling of a better kind. Make that stress take a rest and ride with me.
It's been a wonderful ride so far. Beautiful weather too. And the place we're going to, Olocau del Rey, is a tiny medieval village in the region of Castellón province, which is close to the border with Teruel province. And it sits around 1,040 meters or so above sea level. The village itself has a rich history dating back to Moorish times, and its hilltop castle was at one point fortified by none other than El Cid. So, it's played an important role in history, and from what we've heard, it's very much a medieval village and hasn't changed a great deal over the years since. That's what we think. We'll see when we get there. Eventually, after following the 226 for some hours, we take a turn off onto a back road that will take us directly to our destination. And so, here we are. I think the first thing we need to do is find our accommodation, and then we're going to have a look around. The sat-nav takes me almost to the accommodation, and it's just round the corner. So we've got a room with an ensuite in this little house. So there's a bit of to-ing and fro-ing to get the keys, and then we're in. It's very small, but it's very nice. Round the back is a swimming pool, but it hasn't got any water in it. Never mind, could have done with a nice swim. So the view looks over the mountains behind us, and I think we'll just chillax for a little while and then go and have a look around the village. Good evening, everyone. So we're in no, we're not there at all. We're in
Olocau del Rey.
Good evening, everyone. We're in Olocau del Rey, walking about. And then we're going to go to the shop, the village shop, which is being opened specially for us at 7 o'clock this evening. See you later.
So this is the
Main
tienda.
square. No, we're going to the tienda. This is the main square. And the tienda, which is a shop, is near the town hall,
Yeah.
isn't it? The Ayuntamiento.
Yeah.
Only just, eh? How fascinating. And that's the shop.
And this is here from there to here. You must still go up the door.
Ah, I see what you mean. So shop's not open for another 10 minutes. Can't miss that. It's our last chance. There's no other shops in the village, by the way.
No.
There's no, there's 2 restaurants, maybe 1 that's open
Yeah.
So we-
7:30.
at 7:30.
Yeah.
No other shops,
No.
no bars, no cafes, no nothing. So, yeah, you've got to get your timing right. Otherwise you won't get anything. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, people survive.
And that's very interesting, again, those roof tiles up there. They put the stones on top of the roof tiles.
Yeah.
Really old buildings. Yeah. Look how old that is.
My goodness.
Goodness me, that's old. If we get a bit closer up there, we'll see those other roof tiles. On these roofs, on the big tiles, they've laid long stones across the top to keep them on. I don't know how many hundreds of years old these roofs are. It's almost 7 o'clock in the evening, so we're making our way back up to the village shop that has been open specifically for us at our request. How amazing is that? And we wander about in the centre a bit and find the post office, and then it's time for something to eat. Successful visit to the shop. We've got a few snacksidents and ice cream. Yeah, patatas fritas. What does it say on the packet?
Peasant recipe crisps.
Peasant recipe crisps. That's going to be very interesting, isn't it? Peasant recipe crisps. What do you think that might be? Manure?
We will have to try later.
We'll have to try and find out. The other things, what, coconut?
Bananas.
Two bananas and a
packet of
coconut.
coconut cookies.
Yeah. But peasant recipe crisps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll report back later. Turns out to be tomato and chive flavoured crisps. That was an interesting evening, wasn't it, Honey Badger?
Wonderful evening.
So we're on our way back to the accommodation now. And tomorrow morning, I think we have to ride about 10 kilometres for breakfast. Anyway, see you later. So that was a quick tour of the medieval splendour of Olocau del Rey. So now it's time for some bloopers. I think that's one of the old medieval cars there, Moiduk.
Look how the framework here underneath the roof.
Well, that's about it for today. Tomorrow we're heading north again on more spectacular roads. Hope you've enjoyed spending time with us. Maybe you'll come back and watch another video soon.